Okay, intermediate algebra, this is an opportunity for you to review some of the most important skills that you've learned over the course of the year. These are linear topics, meaning x to the first power for the most part. We'll be solving equations, function evaluation, graphing lines, and solving inequalities. These notes should help you be able to work through your assignment. So we want to learn how to solve these equations again. If you remember, for letter A, we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. So I have x divided by 4 is equal to 13 minus 6 is 7. And then how do we undo dividing by 4? We multiply both sides by 4. And if you notice, those cancel. You'll be left with x over 1. And we multiply the other side by 4 as well, and we get 28. So that is our solution. For our next one, when you see parentheses and a number out front, we have to distribute that 2 through. And so we get 6x plus 2 is equal to 4x plus 10. What we would like to do next is to get our variables on one side. So I'm going to subtract 4 x's from both sides. And when I do, I get 2x plus 2 is equal to 10. Now I would like to get my numbers on the other side. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And I get 2x is equal to 8. If 2x is equal to 8, I divide both sides by 2. And I get x is equal to 4. And that's my solution. So we have x is 4, we have x is 28. So your first review is solving equations. Second part of the review is function evaluation. It says given f of x is 4x minus 6, we want to determine f of 5. Sometimes this doesn't look familiar to people. They don't remember it as well. All it means is that you put the 5 in for the x. That's all it means. So that's 4 times 5 minus 6. 4 times 5 is 20. And then we have 20 minus 6, which is 14. The next one says g of x is x squared minus 10. So we're going to take the negative 3 and we're going to plug it in for the x. Notice when you do this, it's negative 3 squared minus 10. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9 minus 10. 9 minus 10 is negative 1. So that's function evaluation. I didn't put graphs on here. I forgot. It says graph lines in slope-intercept form. Remember that when you graph lines, you need to remember what the slope is. The slope is that number in front of x, so we're going to say 2 over 1. And then your y-intercept is your b value. And we're going to say that that is negative 3. It's that constant on the end. So I'm going to make my graph. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if you remember to graph these lines, you plot the y-intercept, which is negative 3. That's where it crosses the y-axis. And then we use our slope, which is 2 over 1. Remember that is your rise over your run. So I'm going to rise 2, and I'm going to run 1. Rise 2, run 1. Rise 2, run 1. And notice what you have. For the next one, my slope, remember there's a 1 in front of that x, so it's a negative 1/3. And my y-intercept is 4. Make my graph. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your worksheet will have graphs on there for you. I just forgot to put them on the notes. So if my y-intercept is 4, I go 4 units up. If my slope is negative 1/3, I have a rise over a run. My rise is negative 1, so I go down 1, and my run is 3. I go over 1, 2, 3. And 2 points is enough to be able to draw that line. The other one I just drew multiples so you could see we go through all of them. So that's a review on how to graph lines. The last task that we want to be able to accomplish is solving inequalities. And it's very similar to what we did with solving equations. We're going to add 6 to both sides. And we get 3x is greater than or equal to 27. Then we divide by 3. We get x is greater than or equal to 9. We're going to provide a little graph with our solution. We'll plot 9. I'll put a number in front of it. I'll put 8, and then I'll put a number after. I'll put 10. Remember that if there's an equal sign there, we do a closed circle and not an open circle. So this is a closed circle problem. And it says x is greater than 9. Which numbers are greater than 9? The numbers over there. For the next one, before I get started, I must distribute the 3. So we have 2x minus 4 is greater than 3x plus 6. I'm going to get my variables on one side, so I will subtract the 3x's. And I get negative x minus 4 is greater than 6. Now I will add 4 to both sides. And I have negative x is greater than 10. I'm going to divide by negative 1. Does anybody remember what you have to do when you divide by a negative? You have to switch the sign. So x is less than negative 10. I'm going to plot negative 10. I'll put a number after before, which would be negative 11. Number after it would be negative 9. And it says x is less than negative 10. Remember, because there's no equal sign on there, it's an open circle. And then the numbers that are less than negative 10 are over this way. And so there you have your solution set for your inequalities. That should help you with your review. This is something very important for you to be successful. As you move into geometry, you're going to have to do these tasks as well. Good luck. I hope you do great.